Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check out these headlines. Jeremy Hogan on Crypto Law gives his prediction on exactly how the SEC versus Ripple case is going to end with a percentage. You're going to love it. We got that and so much more. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on Twitter and YouTube for exclusive content. Right now, $1.31 trillion market cap for cryptocurrency. The market is up 0.5%. Bitcoin, 34,200 plus. Ethereum, 1,808 and change. We see Tether market cap at 84.2 billion plus. XRP is 55 cents at number 5 spot, and we are up 0.5% on the 24-hour, up 14.9 on the 7-day. We like that. Let's take a look at Fiat Link real quick here. And we see we're at 55 cents for Fiat Link right here. And let's look at this very quickly. It's Miles Franklin, ladies and gentlemen, where you get the best prices on gold and silver here. I want you to do me a favor. I told Andy Sheckman, who will be on the show next week, you're going to want it. But I want you to do me a favor, because I told you, I said, I'm going to have everybody reach out to him through email. I want you to email info@milesfranklin.com and put dig gold in the subject box. That way you can get the best prices right now, just a couple bucks over spot for some silver coins if you're looking for it. They got it, but you got to email them today. Make sure you get that special. All right, let's get started here. Link for that and the sponsor underneath the video. Hey, Elizabeth Warren, you hearing this? In a statement, they said that there is little concrete evidence to support the claim that Elizabeth Warren made that terrorist groups like Hamas are successfully using digital currencies for fundraising. And it goes further here. Elliptic, which was a part of all of this, just recently partnered with Fireblocks to scale compliance, where Jay Clayton has been an advisory board member since July of 2021 following the Ripple SEC lawsuit that he dropped and left the SEC chair like a coward. Last year, Elliptic partnered with the Near Foundation, who recently just partnered with Alibaba Cloud in June of 2023 to accelerate Web3 growth in Asia. Jay Clayton is also an advisor at Electric Capital, who happens to be an investor in Near Protocol. All of this is sharing with you because it was Elliptic that was used here, the firm that Wall Street Journal cited for some of the data used in its article, claiming that Hamas militants behind the Israel attacks raised millions in crypto, which Senator Warren, Elizabeth Warren, used in her recent letter to top security officials, says there is no evidence to support the assertion that it was used for those purposes, and the crypto donations are not accurate or significant because they were fake. And now we have John Deaton's been calling them out. Others have been calling them out. And no one is making a retraction here. This is a narrative that appears to be deliberate to throw shade on top of cryptocurrency, to push and further the agenda of Elizabeth Warren and Gary Gensler to really get rid of crypto. That's the goal, right? That's the goal. But here we see XRP inflows grow sporadically as bullish momentum is sustained. That is because I think most people are understanding that there is a use case utility to XRP, and they want to get as much as they can at today's price instead of tomorrow's. Breaking: Japan-based financial giant SBI, early seed investor in Ripple, full disclosure, announces plans to launch a new NFT project on the popular blockchain XRP ledger. I love this because this is just more use case happening on the ledger. We love it, and I can't wait for every bank in Japan to be using XRP for payments. That will be an amazing day. Now, I covered this in this morning's video, so I'm going to move through this very quickly, but I just want people to understand what's going on here. Postponement of ISO20022 version change for SEPA, which is Europe's payment system. So it is specific to that region, apparently, here, and it is live in other areas according to SWIFT and the BIS. But the clearinghouse, TCH, is also rescheduling CHIPS, the largest private sector USD clearing system in the world. ISO20022 implementation from November 2023 to April 2024. So just a few months from now, Q2 of next year. The new CHIPS migration date will allow CHIPS participants to better manage the global transition to ISO20022 by retaining sufficient timeframes between ISO migrations. 1.9 trillion US dollars in payment flows through CHIPS every single day. Every single day without fail. Now, what's that mean, right? That, I don't, at what point, look, we all understand, I think most of us understand that once ISO 20022 is in place, they will have the ability to begin to integrate the use and the movement of value through digital assets and tokenized assets like XRP, XLM, CBDCs, stable coins, right? And the rest of it, tokenized real world assets, I would imagine too, like securities. So watch out, ladies and gentlemen. The SWIFT ISO is now live. As I said, this is according to Bank of International Settlements this month. So there are many different sectors to all of this. And this is from back in 2015. I want to show you the original document here from SWIFT itself. But even though this is back in 2015, it is a great reminder from Rohit Q, who reminds all of us that Wells Fargo is looking at this area using Ripple. Now, that might have been 2015, but understanding the Ripple Uphold partnership, that is, in fact, a nexus or workaround from the current judgment in the SEC versus Ripple case for institutional sales, one would believe. So, do we see U.S. institutions like a Wells Fargo begin to access the ability for payments and cross-border and liquidity demands through the partnership that's now with Ripple and Uphold? We shall see. Time will tell. But here we see why crypto companies are flocking to Ireland ahead of MiCA. Coinbase and Gemini have made the country one of its strategic locations 5 years after Ireland's government launched an innovation hub, and that's why they're going there, and that's why Ripple's gone there too. And if they get the fully licensed there the way they did in Singapore with the MAS, they're going to be open to serve the entire EU region, which is over 30 countries. We love hearing that too, right? So then we have this. Now, I love this. Speaking of the Ripple Uphold partnership, get ready, people. Shout out to Good Morning Crypto and everybody over there. Nick Carroll asked on the Uphold post, says, if y'all bring back the debit card and maybe even offer a credit card with some rewards, I might just close my bank accounts. Oh, I like that, Nick. And then Uphold says, stay tuned, Nick. And I like that even more. So this is getting very interesting as Uphold teases debit and credit cards with rewards and the power to ditch your bank. This innovation will propel crypto to new heights. Uphold is about to revolutionize crypto investing and managing your own money, apparently, right? Being your own bank. How about that? It's a remarkable, remarkable moment we're watching take place here. Now, we know we got our eyes on November 9th and whether or not we see any kind of schedule or some kind of a settlement on the actual damages there between the Ripple and the SEC. However, we'll watch that date and we'll see what comes of it. But what I want to pay attention to now is this right here. This was a great half hour with Crypto Law, John Deaton, and Jeremy Hogan, and Tim View, his wife. And I want to play this clip where they give their prediction about how this case will end. Take a listen to this.
What everybody's waiting for the SEC to pivot, right? And I think that's the question. Is the dismissal, does that give any insight that they're pivoting? I don't think so, but I didn't know if you thought that dismissal coupled with the Bitcoin ETF and all that stuff that's going on now, do you see the SEC pivoting and lessening their anti-crypto approach, Jeremy?
I'm gonna pass to Tim on this one.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think these trial level defeats do anything. I think it's more on the appellate level. So I don't think so.
No, I'm with you, because I think a lot of people, the SEC, even though the Southern District of New York is obviously the more prevalent jurisdiction, financial markets in our country, right now you've got a library decision that found against them, and you've got this Ripple decision. There are 2 district court decisions, and I think that point of this isn't the Second Circuit or an appellate court coming down and handling it. I don't think it's going to force the SEC's hand at all. Let me ask you. I'm going to put you on the spot, Jeremy. You're famous now for these percentages. How does this end? How does this, when all's said and done, how does this case end?
This case ends, and I'm calling this one for the first time ever. You heard it first on Crypto Law. This case ends at an appeal by Ripple on its blue sky defense, and the Second Circuit agrees with Ripple, and Ripple walks away with the big W across all 3 categories of sales.
Whoa, that is a bold prediction, and thank you for sharing that. You even got close to the camera.
51.6% chance of that.
What say you, young lady?
I stand by my husband, United Front.
And there you have it. And it's a 51.6% chance he's putting on it. But I tell you what, I love that he said that Ripple wins on appeal with the blue sky laws, which were really put forth in the initial summary judgment. And what a win that would be, to be a clean sweep across all areas. And I look forward to that day sooner rather than later. And I know all of you do too. Look, before I get out of here, and I appreciate all of them for taking the time to share their insights with us, where would we be without those 3 right there? I tell you, I just don't know. I mean, we would be completely lost. Throw James K. Filan, Fred Rispoli, Bill Morgan, and so many other legal analysts out there. Forgive me if I've forgot to mention your name, but we are grateful for you. And I'll tell you what else I'm grateful for. Each and every one of you, the hundreds and hundreds of people that are pouring into the Freedom Zone right now. And I got to shout out Jimmy Voigt here. I just put out a new video, Freedom of Speech is Under Fire. You will only see it inside of this group because of the censorship that exists on platforms. And I'm going to prove it to you in this video through court testimony. You're going to see it's actual facts. It's no one's speculation at all. But I just love this simple comment that Jimmy made here. And this is our chat spotlight for Freedom Zone. And he says, let's get it on. Freedom over fear. And that's what's going on here. We are choosing freedom over fear. We are finding ways to build around it and to go around the hurdles that they're trying to put in place. I encourage all of you to join us for 0 Google ads on the videos I put on YouTube every day. 0 Google ads. You get them in here, and I tell you something, we are going to tackle topics in here that you will never hear me dare speak about on social media platforms. And I tell you something else too, there's a comment section in here that has no bots like on YouTube. Your comments will be seen, and although I'm not able to respond to comments, I can tell you this, you just never know when you're going to be featured like Jimmy Vold here, or when I'm going to use one of your points and turn it into a video itself. And if you don't want to just click the link underneath the video and join the Freedom Zone, go to digitalperspectives.com and click the link to join the Freedom Zone, or come join us into the DPMG if you'd like as well. You can see all the benefits for each one, and there's one that fits you the best. So make sure you click the link, join us at digperspectives.com, and sign up today. I tell you, this is a remarkable group of people inside here. You're going to love what you find. We'll see you there. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. I'll catch all of you on the next one.